We live, baby.
All
Live
right.
from everywhere in the damn world. It is not a podcast.
People of the universe, you're tuning into the It's Not a Podcast podcast. Got my boy, Black Seas. Say hello to the people world.
Good day, good day, good day.
Guten Tagen. Uh, Bubba Thomas Jr. Say hello to the people.
Welcome back. I know you like that. Sorry I've been gone.
Yeah, man. We got the Trace Amigos, the Tree Maesters, the three dudes. We back. And for those of y'all listening to the podcast, y'all don't know this, but we live streaming right now. We've added some new little kinks and quirks to the podcast world. So moving forward, these podcast recorders will be streamed to YouTube and posted on YouTube for you all to view. As usual, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Find us on YouTube at It's Not a Podcast, as well as SoundCloud, iTunes, all that good stuff. So, first podcast of the year 2019 of our Lord. How's everybody doing, man?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Everything's slow motion right now. Just trying to, one day at a time. Grind, grind, grind.
We all
You
good,
know, I
man.
wanted to hit you with that Trey Songz, that slow motion, man.
Ooh.
But yeah,
This guy.
that's a no pull out song right there. But Brandon, how you doing, man?
Oh well, it don't matter what song it is for me. Never pull out. But we all good.
Never lost.
Starting
Damn,
out
you
the
like
year
the U.S.
strong.
military.
Starting out the year
Once we
good.
go win, we all in, baby.
Fire off. Club shooting. But yeah. We
My
coming in the
bad.
year strong. Your
I was about to
boys
say Orlando.
oh wow. Wow. Woo.
I said I was about to say it.
Mm, mm, mm. That's the first one we own, and we already on and
Hey,
popping.
man, listen. Hey, can't nobody fire me from the podcast, man.
I don't know.
I'm
That social media
self-employed
get
on this
older, you
podcast.
get fired from your own stuff, Cosby.
We'll work
um,
it out. It won't be the first time. Uh, so listen, man. Since we done already fired off a controversial remark to start out the new year, we're gonna talk about some hot takes, man. Brandon, no, we'll start off with Maul because we've had the conversation before about hot takes. What's your hottest take that you got, man?
uh,
And I'm
hottest
pretty
take.
sure it's probably gonna be something like black women don't need to wear makeup, or if you wear weave, I'm gonna leave you alone type shit.
Uh, you know, uh, and see, the first thing that came to mind was when white people get wet, they smell like puppies.
It is a hot take. It is a hot take and a horrible stereotype.
Like literally, that was the when you said hot take, it was like ding puppies. I was like,
I'm
I
gonna tell you.
wonder
I'm gonna
why
tell
that
you my
is
hot take.
though.
Yeah, exactly. I've never researched the origin of that, but
me
We
neither.
don't fact check around here. I'm still in it from another
no,
place.
no, no, no. Hot takes, no fact checks, baby.
No fact check. You just repeat something you heard.
And I actually do have a
but
hot
but
take when so yes.
I'm okay. Well, my hot take is if, and I'm gonna sound like a Republican, but it is okay because they say as you get older, you turn into a Republican. But if you're on SNAP, WIC, food stamps, all that good stuff, I do think you should be drug tested. Um, I do also think that after you have three children and you're on any type of government assistance, you should be spayed and neutered.
This guy.
There goes my campaign for 2020.
We got to talk.
But
We're
no,
gonna
I
we're gonna need to come back to that one. I'm curious about that. After BT give his hot take, we might get
I go. Hey,
have
it's a
three to
hot
five
take.
minutes on.
Explanations are not needed. Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead, man.
And we starting off the year with the hot, debatable R. Kelly was it documentary?
Yeah,
Came out?
Yeah,
docu-series.
Survivor R.
And
Kelly.
black people still like, yeah, but I love some R. Kelly. I was like, come on, man, come on. How are we gonna destroy Cosby? But we know R. Kelly did. We like shrugs.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna talk about the R. Kelly thing, in my humble opinion, I think that we need to be able to separate art from real life. I don't. Of course, I wouldn't want him doing anything that was alleged to my nieces or, family members, whatever the case might be. However, that half on a baby, feeling on your booty, that TP2.com, that 12 play, all that. I mean, it's it's hits. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody loved Babe Ruth, but he had syphilis. You know what I'm saying? People were still fainting over Michael Jackson, even though he had his alleged encounters with kids.
But then his was alleged, though.
You know what? You right.
R. Kelly
Everybody
he had a bitch farm.
Okay. Point being, he hadn't been arrested for anything as of yet, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
No, he hasn't.
Okay. So, okay. All my point is that the music good. I'm bumping to it. I'm bumping to it. So I don't. I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't know what it would take for me not to listen to a musician or a comedian. Like, I don't know. Like, if Hitler was a good comedian and he getting these jokes off,
I'm not touching that one. I think I heard
I might have to laugh.
Said they weren't playing his stuff anymore.
Yeah,
Who?
I think Spotify cut him loose.
Yeah. Now, so here, this is my thing with it. I think what people have a problem with is, it's hard to denounce something that you may have been procreated to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or denounce something that you procreated to. You know what I'm saying? Like that you were involved in coitus with.
Greatest Sex.
From
I got stories
beyond this window. Oh, my bad.
This bed of mine.
Yep, that too.
Ceiling fans with you on top of me. So Brandon,
yes,
are you still gonna listen to R. Kelly? Because that's what it boiled down to. Are we still listening to R. Kelly or not?
I mean, I don't really listen to him anyway. It was like, he was always funny to me. The most I listened to R. Kelly was Dave Chappelle's "Piss on You." So,
drip, drip, drip.
I want to pee on you. Yes,
your body is a part of
body.
I want to pee in your food.
Yeah, that's like the gist. I mean, of course, I know most of the stuff, like "Step in the Name of Love" and all that stuff, but I have not just
Basil
catalog.
Oh man, that was a jam. Golly,
it was. Really love.
Step, side to side, down the hall with your
dog. What was that on
now.
the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah.
That was on the Chocolate Factory, right?
Yeah, it was.
Happy people.
So unfortunately, all the R. Kelly music that I've parodied, I now have to go ahead and put on my phone because I just realized I only have TP2 and 12 play on my phone.
You don't need nothing else. TP2, if you was going to continue to play R. Kelly, TP2 is the end all be all. That was the greatest body of work that he's ever put together. I don't give a fuck what you about to say. And I know we live.
Well, I will say this. I was in Jamaica for Christmas.
What song did you skip?
No. There's no skipping with R. Kelly. Just like no pulling out with R. Kelly. But I was in Jamaica and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna be hearing reggae in the background all trip. Nah, bro. When I was at my in-laws' house, we woke up and we went to bed to R. Kelly. And it was like the Christmas album or something, because it was like 5:30 in the morning. I'm thinking a rooster gonna crow and wake me up. Nah, R. Kelly was playing. So if niggas in Jamaica listening to that shit like that, I don't think we're gonna give up on him like that so easily.
I think I'm gonna cosplay as him next year and wear a mask.
You the R. Kelly Bird Box.
Ooh, kill him.
Dang.
Do it. Do it.
Your greatest fears come to life.
Now, Bird Box Challenge. We got some girls out here.
Still ain't seen it.
It's not that bad. Ma, I know you wanted to talk about the spade and neuter, but any hot takes other than that?
Oh, no. It wasn't was it the spade and neuter?
No, I'm sorry. Do you have any other hot takes other than something?
Nah, that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head because I stand firm against my no makeup, no hats, aka wigs. Headbands are aka weave. Just FYI for future reference. Weave, headband, wig, hat.
Well, now it was funny because we were reviewing our flex spending accounts and what they pay for and what they don't pay for. And one of the coworkers was like, they don't pay for wigs, but what if somebody got cancer? I was like,
wow, that's down the rabbit hole.
You ain't got the cancer. So what you worried about?
And
you wear them wigs and the wigs all day.
Exactly. And if you have cancer, guess what? You still beautiful, bald headed.
Say that.
Right.
Like
come in like the Dora Milaje.
You weren't putting somebody else's drawers on that they had on. So why you putting somebody else's hair that was in their head?
Hey, now desperate times calls for desperate measures,
bro.
If they clean, I'm putting them drawers on.
Let me tell you something. No.
Oh, I got another hot take. Speaking of drawers. Black kids who walk around with boxers, then with shorts, then with their jeans sagging, should be arrested on the spot because they up to no good.
The Holy Trinity.
Name one black boy from high school that did that wasn't doing anything illegal.
I just don't understand when they
PJ, I had that. I was like, all right, man.
when they
you got it.
when they sag so hard, but then tie the belt off at their thighs.
Yeah, we're tied off like it's a tourniquet, though.
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Look, they tie the belt off like it's like one of them packing straps.
A goddamn zip tie. Like a zip tie.
Take the damn pants off and you see the belt line on their quads.
Never understood that.
No, look. I was getting my hair cut a couple of weeks ago, and this kid he was sitting down sagging or whatever. This dude had on boxers, then compression shorts.
Oh my God.
Okay. Compression shorts over the boxers now.
No.
Think about that.
No. That's wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Then he was sagging. But I'm like, who wears compression shorts over boxers?
A fool.
Pity the fool, bro.
Oh, well, maybe he want that seam on them compression shorts to catch that nut hair. You know that shit hurt. It hurt.
We've all been.
Hey, bro, that's the worst feeling when I'm in the gym.
Oh man, look, you be on the treadmill and you gotta
make that the life decision. Like, all right, how far I'm gonna go to yank this hair out? Cause you know it's gonna hurt. You know it's gonna hurt.
So you all of a sudden you doing a quick lunge so you can get the separation.
That shit feel like a knife.
Hey, that's why you just gotta go on and get them pubes going, man.
But actually,
get rid of them, bro.
But actually, I have.
Y'all gonna get enough messing with God's stuff. God gave you bald hair for a reason.
I have seen Maul if I get some lotion, right, and I lotion up that area, it stopped.
You probably do even better with Vaseline.
Whichever. I'm just saying, you take no more pulls. I haven't had a pull in 4 months.
I like how you said I lotion up that area.
The area.
Like we disclose what we already talking about. That
Right.
area.
Well, like
Your
the
dick
inner,
hair.
the inner thigh up under there.
Where you got the chub, where you get
Right.
the chub rub it.
Right by that yeah. By
You
that.
chafing.
Man, that by the way, that's another thing. That ruined me in Grambling. Man, you go to band practice
Yeah,
with
band
some
practice?
draws on.
Oh,
Them
that
draws
kind.
get the riding.
That
No,
kind.
they can't get the. You setting little fires the whole way to the field.
Hey, you try to find ways not to move your legs.
Oh man, look! All of a sudden, you marching so small, you walking, and then bending with your thighs together the whole time.
Why weren't we smart enough to just wear compression shorts? By the way, I never understood that.
For me, I didn't know what a damn compression short was. Now, why y'all two who play sports into your teenage years,
Bro, I was still wearing drawers when I went to the gym in college. I wasn't thinking about no compression shorts.
Did you wear jocks or compression shorts in high school?
I wore compression shorts when I was on the field playing, but not when I was
Yeah.
training.
Yeah, because I want to say y'all were the one that educated me on some damn compression shorts. I was like, oh man, this saved my life until that first nut hair pull.
Yeah.
I remember in middle school we started wearing compression shorts because somebody I wasn't even trying to I was literally trying to just say somebody, but there was a person who's from Forsyth whom
does he run fast with a small gait?
I've never heard that description be used.
Did he run in 100?
But I'm pretty sure he did.
Did he have freckles?
Okay, ask a different question because that was gonna be obvious if it is that said person.
I know what I need to know. Go ahead.
Look. Would his mother fall into the MILF category?
Yeah. And he was effing LP in high school because apparently they came back from the woods together.
J-Lo.
Right. So anyway, so we was in the locker room. He had the best one because he had the most money out of the Chevy boys. So it was unfair. But we had to wear jock straps in middle school.
Did he break both of his knees and come back fast?
He didn't break them. He tore ACL
in both knees.
But yes.
Do they call him Mr. Bionic?
Mr. Vibranium. So he's trying to put his jock strap on, but
he got it on backwards.
Nah. The meat was overflowing. He was like, it don't fit, bro. So he started wearing compression shorts. Everybody else started wearing.
That's how he got J-Lo.
Boy,
the legend proceeded him.
Out there packing it.
Oh my gosh,
man, that shit was so. And the saddest part about it is as a pubescent adolescent. No, that's all wrong. A pubescent is a pre-adolescent.
Hey, you trying to put a steak in a sandwich bag?
You trying to put it in a little snack bag? You be putting pretzels and shit in.
Peanuts.
You
try to get a little extra in there?
Look, so you gotta get another one and put it on top of it.
Y'all realize we ain't talking about shit. We just reminiscing right now, right?
About some other dude meat.
Hey, but the beautiful part about it is we man enough to not have to worry about saying pause or no homo.
Oh yeah, right. I ain't worried about all that.
Yeah, man. We ain't on that toxic masculinity bullshit over here, man.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Speaking of reminiscing, when I had my class reunion, it was something about listening to Shout It Low with a bunch of people I was in high school with that just made
everything.
Done it all.
Bruh, when that shit came on,
don't fuck them all.
Don't fuck them all. Hey, when that shit came on, everybody was Man,
Yeah.
bro, we had a fucking ball. Shout out to Nicole, came down from Austin or came over from Austin, but she got to it.
Yeah,
Okay,
she was talking about at the Christmas party that she only had like $7, but she was like 8 drinks in.
man, she dropped 2 drinks, bro, and still drank 7. And we stopped at the package store by BB&T before we
Yeah.
went out to Ray Sean's house and got like half a pint of Crown. And so we finished that before we even got to Ibis. And so when I got there, I had maybe 3 drinks, and I was straight after that because I was like, I got to drive home. I can't stay on Union Hill because Brandon ain't with me. But then Shira brought her a drink. Go ahead.
You could have went. Oh God.
Nah, I wasn't gonna mess with Alex like that.
Nice one, BT.
Shira brought her a couple of drinks. I think I bought her a drink. I think Winford bought her a drink, and then I don't know what happened after that. But she was like, "I'm good." But
oh man, Winford was there?
Yeah, he came down.
Bro.
Yeah, he came down. Willie B came down. We had us a good time, man. Pastor Troy, man.
Work release?
Nah. He doing something in Tennessee. I ain't seen no anklet on him.
Fucked up.
But
I thought about it before I said it. I was like, fuck it. Work release?
But you want to speak about the spade and neutering mall?
Yeah. No, I was just trying to figure out. I don't know if it was the spade and neutering or if it was the comment that just preceded that, because you said drug test, which I completely agree with, and I think anyone who is paying taxes should agree that you aren't assisting someone that is abusing. You know what I'm saying? Abusing the system, and by abusing I mean like if you're getting government assistance, then you should be getting it to take care of your needs, not your wants.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it's a medical situation where you need it, then I get it. But if you just recreational, you get this check and you're like, gonna go get me an ounce. Gonna go get me an ounce. Then I got I need
that to a song,
I need you to piss in this cup. I need you to piss in this cup.
Finna go get me out. Finna go get me out. Hey, finna go get me out.
Oh man,
now it was funny is there was a clip on Fox News. I think it was Fox and Friends, or maybe the 5, where this one lady, whom was of African descent, was saying that the studies show that these people who are on government assistance are just sitting around watching porn. And I'm thinking in my head,
what study?
Big. Everybody watch porn. Everybody. The amount of porn I watch was never determined on if I did not have a job. I still watch the same amount of hours of porn weekly.
What was the situation? I think it was the debate between Trump and Hillary. Like the bandwidth usage on Pornhub went down like 400%.
Oh wow!
To watch the debate, and then as soon as it was over, it went right back up.
Stocks going up like the Dow Jones.
Like if that much switch over went over to watch that debate, and then as soon as it was over, it went right back up.
You could have just had a plan in the background.
Tracking these numbers, bro? Like what news
outlet
is tracking these? Is tracking these? But I'm saying, like, but why would you track between the two? Why would you compare those two? You got all these metrics. Your metrics are what? Like when you're doing bandwidth metrics, they're wide open. You decide to put the filter on the time span and make the comparison. I'm trying to figure out who at Pornhub was like, you know what? I'm finna do a filter and see what the comparison of who's watching now versus who watching later.
Well, Mal, allegedly during certain times of the year and certain times of the week, they have different promos for other sites. So allegedly, you can go to a Pornhub and watch a video. And on the bottom of the video, you'll see where you can sign up for a website. Let's just make up a name, Brazzers. Never heard of that before. Or maybe a bus bang bros for $8 for 2 months. So I think they use that analysis to determine the strength of their website. For example, when I look up the stats for the podcast, I can see, you know, what country gets the most views.
My chest.
My bloody chest.
Shit. Man, all right, listen. All right.
He said, like, let's make a browser. Never heard of that before.
That's a new one. That's probably not real.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Oh my gosh.
You know, Casting Couch, Net Video Girls, you know,
just some random names.
Check AV, you know, things of that nature.
Oh my!
All right,
gosh.
so listen, Maul.
What's happening?
Have you heard about the LeBron James situation that happened a couple of weeks ago?
No, but when I saw it, I instantly knew it was some bullshit that somebody just wanted to be mad about. Yeah, I said
so,
it. Hot take or not.
So LeBron James, yeah, he posted lyrics from 21 Savage on his Instagram page where he said where the lyrics are, "We been getting Jewish money, everything is kosher." And of course, people were up in arms in it. They were saying that's anti-Semitic. And he came out with an apology. Wait. He came out with an apology. He said, let me try to do a screen share real quick for those watching the live stream here. He said, "Apologies for sure if I offended anyone. That's not why I chose those lyrics. I always post rap lyrics. That's what I do. I ride in my car and I listen to great music. And this was a byproduct of that. So I actually thought it was a compliment. And obviously it wasn't through the lens of a lot of people. My apologies. I definitely did not intend. That was definitely not my intent, obviously, to hurt anyone." So LeBron is saying,
what just happened?
No, you get. I was doing the screen shit. Yeah, we was in that bit, right? So, obviously, there's a disconnect between people complimenting Jewish people on their perceived wealth and handling of money. Okay, and apparently, that perceived stereotype is negative in the eyes of the Jewish community because they feel as though that make it seem as though they're all about the money. So he apologized. He left it at that. Not too much of an outroar after the apology, but I think I know where you're going with this, Mal, but share your thoughts on this.
If it's such an issue, get rid of Goldman and Sachs.
High take.
Like, if it's such an issue to reference Jewish people and money and kosher, all things which are Jewish, in the same reference, I'm confused. So what is pro-Semitic? If that's anti-Semitic, what is pro-Semitic?
Yeah.
Well, that's a conversation. That's a conversation that a lot of people are having because it's almost like anything that's not absolutely saying anything positive about Jewish people is considered anti-Semitic. There was
Jewish
a guy.
People are nice.
Right. That's pretty much all you can say. It seems like there was a gentleman, Mark Lamont Hill. I'm pretty sure you know about him.
Yeah.
Because you know, but he did a speech at the UN where he was talking about what is it, Israel and Palestine,
and CNN let his ass go.
Right. So because he was saying he wanted Palestine or Palestinians to be treated fairly and to be treated like people, they thought that was being anti-Semitic. Now there was a line in there where he said "from the river to the sea," which is apparently something that Hamas uses. So they felt like that line right there was the issue. But point being, anytime you're critical of Jewish people, you're anti-Semitic. Now, in a perceived compliment, they think it's anti-Semitic. So go ahead.
Like I'm blown by this whole situation. And when I say that, like, if you have created a history of being proficient with financial endeavors, and someone decides they're going to put it into rap form that's also promoting their financial proficiency, I don't understand how it's a dig. Like, and for the Mark Lamont Hill statement from the river to the sea, like, okay, so because Hamas uses something, it automatically makes it negative. I'm just curious, because if that's the case, then so every word that Trump has used in the last 2 years, is it now negative? Do tell. Like, because they basically all of a sudden, a statement that's made by one group is concretely negative. That means that anyone who uses that statement again in any reference, because that's not the only geographical location that has a sea and a river that is correlated with the region. So now nobody can use that, or else it's anti-Semitic.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope when it comes to where we're going for censorship in this world. Like, it's getting worse every year. Oh, what you can say and what you can't say. If you try to say one thing, like, anybody can take it, any statement, and run with it. At some point, well, this video can be damning to us if any of us make it down the road. If, you know, I think y'all talked about it on another podcast on that was Kevin Hart when he got in trouble for past tweets. Like, the censorship is becoming a thing.
But this same censorship could be seen. They could have flipped this on his head and been like, Jewish people are being anti-black because they're only attacking these two black people. It's 21 Savage and LeBron.
They didn't attack 21 Savage. They went after when LeBron said it.
But I'm saying, but who said it was 21. So by association, they're also attacking the lyrics of another black person. So if Black Twitter really wanted to just turn the blink on left and go, they could go with it. They'd be like, oh, so Jewish people don't like black people because we said something trying to promote the same proficiency that they've done for hundreds of years, that being good with anything fiscal. And now it's an issue because we said it. I'm not saying that would be true, but they could use that spin if they wanted to. Yeah. Then what?
Now here's the funny part about it. Now, when I listen to, now take it with a grain of salt because I'm listening to comedians, but when I listen to Indian comedians or Asian comedians, which is not a lot out there that don't have a high representation, so maybe this is a small sample size, but whatever. They always like to make light of the fact that the stereotype is that they're smart, or Indians come over here and buy property, or Asians, you know, their parents discipline them hard, they do good in math, things of that nature, and they look at it as a positive. Why wouldn't I want somebody to give me the benefit of the doubt? You know, like Joe Rogan talked about this this joke, old joke that was basically like two Jewish guys walk in the bar, they buy it.
And you know why people laugh? Because the truth is funny.
Right.
Hello. Now, but like you said, if Black Twitter wanted to put their blinker on and turn left and go with it, well, let's just say, what if the alt-right wanted to put their blinker on right and go with it and just be like, if Garth Brooks decided to come out with a music song or whatever, come out and say, been running this 40, everything quick twitch, would that be racist? Because it's based on the stereotype. So what now?
Who's quick twitch?
Quick twitch muscles. Black people run fast.
Oh, see, I didn't know that was a thing. So from my place of ignorance, I'm like, okay, quick twitch is still. I'm still waiting on the black reference to the running the 40.
Well,
and who runs a 40 outside of the combine?
they actually have, well, they don't have a 40 in basketball, but they do have a variation of the 40 where they run from baseline to free throw line on the other end. And then baseball, they time you from home plate to first base.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But point being, if there was a lyric like that complimenting black people on a perceived positive stereotype, will we consider it racist, or we just consider it maybe insensitive?
And I completely get your point, and I think probably like this, it would depend on the ignorance level of the individuals that have the steering wheel, which way it goes, left or right. Because I think for those who are, I guess I don't want to say educated because people like to associate that with school, but people who are informed enough, I don't believe that they would be offended by the statement because we know that it holds true and it's not something poking fun. It's like I said, it holds true. Like that stereotypes, unfortunately, have some truth built within them. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say that the whole stereotype is true because I'm slow as hell. But you and BT, y'all might be fast. So hey, quick twitch muscle, run the 40. That's you all day.
Ooh, real quick. Brandon, I'm gonna get your take on that in just a second. You just said something that made me think about something. Okay, so quick little story time. You said you might be slow, me and Brandon might be fast, right? We're faster than you, but that doesn't make us fast, right? Okay. So keep that in mind, right? So unfortunately, I was sucked into a black hole a week ago. I started watching a show called Real Side Chicks of Charlotte.
I heard about this. They was on the Breakfast Club.
And Lil Duval and Charlamagne ate they ass up. No pun intended. So I started watching the show. Why, I don't know, but I did. I'm not even gonna comment on the quality of it. I think Focal Blue could have done a way better job doing that show than whoever is producing the show. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. There was a young lady that was at the club with a group of friends. She's on the show. A dude was trying to take a picture with her. She was like, I'm gonna have to charge you. Woo. He was like, bitch, you ugly anyway. You the ugly one in here. And she got mad. And so me and one of my coworkers that watched it, I was telling her, clearly this is not her first time hearing you the ugliest one out of all of them, because she is the ugliest one out of all of them. But my point to D'Amica was there are 8 or 9 people that make it to the 100-meter race in the Olympics. Okay.
Yep.
If you come in 9th place, you're the slowest of those 9.
Yes.
But you're still the 9th fastest person in the world.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So how depressed can you be about that? So my point was to this young lady was your feelings are hurt because you know you're not just the ugliest out of the friends that you were with at the club. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
But I'll just leave it at that. I just had to get that out while I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes somebody saying you're the ugliest out of something or you're the whatever out of something doesn't mean that you're the absolute worst.
Yeah.
It's just of that sample size.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But it hurt her because she knows she ugly as hell compared to regular chicks. Because she basic AF.
Well, but
if you don't know what AF,
you got to consider
Urban
this.
Dictionary.
They're side chicks, so they're already regular as fuck.
Hey, but Ma, trust me. Trust me when I say.
I saw them.
But watch the first episode. Just watch the first episode.
And
no.
Guess what?
Watch the first episode.
Look, and on the yard, they would have got much play.
Watch the first episode and tell me you would take some of them down through there.
Up through there.
So Brandon, let me ask you this: are there any positive stereotypes that you can be given, that you may have an issue with, as far as like, man, that's probably kind of insensitive or racist?
When you know when it comes to black people, stereotypes we get are always, for the most part, cosmetic, physical stuff. So, I haven't really been given any other than, well, you're black, so you probably got a big dick. Like the one that can be thought of for me is like, hey, well, you black, you can dance. I can't dance a lick. So I think it's very insensitive that I can't dance. You think I can just because I'm black. So fuck you.
Hey man, listen. To reference the Pornhub conversation we had earlier.
Never been on that site though. Heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard people talk about it.
I saw an ad for it one time.
There's this guy I know who seems to frequent Pornhub and other porn sites from time to time.
Okay.
And he's a fan of amateur porn.
What's that?
Webcam.
Right. Is that less experienced or is it the people in front of the camera or the cameraman?
It's from my limited knowledge of the situation. It is people who are like you and I who have regular everyday jobs who just decide to basically like make a sex tape. Type of a situation.
Okay. All right. So it's just cataloging your progression.
Right. Now, from what I've noticed, I know the stereotype about black men and whatnot. And I get it. Cool. But it's pretty like when it comes to races, when it comes to size, from what I've been told.
It's all about how them enzymes did their business.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's cool, I guess, to have that stereotype. But if you're a black guy who isn't as well endowed, then if you're with somebody who is not black and the assumption is you're going to have a well endowed penis and you don't, I can see where there could be some type of disappointment. But it's not like women should automatically assume that white guys don't have nothing when allegedly, there are some out there who are doing what they got to do.
Handling business.
Yeah. But to your point, Brandon, I do think that, with black stereotypes, as far as something that's perceived as positive, it tends to be something about our physical attributes. Oh, we can run fast, we can dance, we got big dicks, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. Black women, oh, you're so saucy, you're so sassy, you don't take no shit from nobody. Tell them, girl, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
They got big asses. Yeah.
BT, I wasn't expecting that. What her BT? Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
So I don't know. So it is unique, hearing people kind of talk about that. There was one young lady in high school. She heard me beatboxing and she was like, "Oh my God, how do you guys do that?" And I was like, "Huh?" Because I had seen, everybody was like, everybody can do that, but apparently she associated that with black males. So that was kind of
pussy eating.
Yeah, apparently white. No comment.
Oh wow. I apologize to all the mothers out there listening.
I'm pretty sure if you've had a baby,
you're stupid. I be telling everybody about this theory, and I always preface, or as they say in literary, preface it. The comment with my homeboy, my human ESPN. His theory is if you had a baby, you did a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's just now. Oh man, did y'all hear about the story where this lady been in a coma or a vegetative state for like, I think it was 10 years, 14 years, and she just had a baby?
No.
Here's the sad part: the doctors and nurses didn't know she was pregnant until she went into labor.
Wait,
So not only
wait,
go ahead.
wait,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
wait.
Go ahead.
So I just want to make sure I understand this right now. So she is out, like no cognitive function.
10 years vegetative state.
But she had a baby.
Was she pregnant before she went into the state?
BT, she ain't no elephant. So that means that somebody did a Kill Bill on her.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro.
My name is Buck. I drive a truck. And I like to party.
Oh shit. Oh man. But yeah, somebody. I'm not even gonna get into the details of how that's even possible.
Bro, like you got to really be on some sick, like. See, this is one of them times when R. Kelly's defense team, they got something they can use is worse than him. Because that is worse than him. Oh, that is horrendous. I think
the saddest part is not that she was getting raped, and who knows how many times this happened.
Countless.
But the nurses and doctors didn't know. Clearly the baby. I would assume that the baby would not make it because they're not getting nourishment. But it seems like there would be some type of signs of her being pregnant. You know, but I don't know. Yeah, one would think, but I'm ignorant to that, so I don't know. But I don't know, man. That's a sad situation. That's a crazy situation to be in. Don't know. But like you said, Maul, it's not as bad as it is worse than what R. Kelly did. Almost had a Freudian slip there.
By the way, to the show that you referenced earlier, Bricks and Diana. Period.
Okay. I'll allow it. Breaking news, at least 3 dead or 4 injured in a shooting at a bowling alley in Southern California. God, dog. So.
And that's what shootings have become in this world. Oh man, that's terrible. Anyway.
Yeah, back to our regularly scheduled program. Right. So I was talking to some coworkers at lunch the other day because we have about 5 people that sit. I sit with about 5 people at lunch, or they sit with me, however you want to put it.
Nisha
and we would talk about. Excuse me.
Nisha too.
We'll talk offline. So we were talking about lusting because myself and Will are the only 2 black males that work there under 40. And in the AR department, there are about 4 in the AR department, but we're 2 of those 4, and the rest of them are a little bit older. And so we sit down and we talk to people. And it's one chick, D'Amica. She's a preacher, evangelist. I'm not quite sure exactly what her title is, but she was saying, you shouldn't look at a woman and lust after them. You know what I'm saying? But my boy Will's point was that when you see somebody and you hit them with this right here, it's over with. You done lusted already. And my point is, if all I can do is look, I'm looking. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? So where do you stand on that? Do you think it's, disrespectful to like ogle after somebody if you're with somebody, or does that not really matter as long as you ain't putting it in the hole?
For myself, see, me and Nick, we've had a similar conversation, and it's the length of time.
Bing, 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 bing.
So you got like 2-3 seconds, and then you gotta look away.
I agree with that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
about the time. You can't
like
stay in there.
yeah, because I don't think any sound-minded being is going to tell you to not look because your eyes are there to process things that you see. Just because you have a Google doesn't necessarily mean that they meeting all these check boxes, but you're trying to figure out, okay, all right, this is a person I haven't seen. Let me process their image because that's what we do. We're visual people. Like whether we want to admit it or not, like if if we weren't intended to use our eyes to see
Hmm.
people, then we probably wouldn't be able to see people.
uh, Brandon, go ahead.
I don't know how you follow that. Uh, I mean, yeah, I agree
But
with the
just
same
keep in
thing.
mind, seeing and lusting are two different things. But go ahead.
Oh, that's what goes into the time frame because for us, even though right, I can say for us, for myself, if I see something and I say what Jamal was it 2 3 seconds you said
Yeah.
in 2 or 3 seconds I can be like, man, I'll tear that ass up in 2 or 3 seconds. But to me, the disrespect comes into like, okay, if it's coming up, I'm looking, and then you got the moment of, do I turn or do I not
Right.
turn? If
Do
you
I no longer see
turn,
what's in front of me?
yeah, if you turn, you fucked up. You got to get it all right here, straight ahead. And then if you turn, like if I'm by myself, of course, we have a young lady at my place of work. I won't say where I work, but we established her name or her nickname by the location of where she is. So whenever we walk in this area and we see her, she know we looking, and she gonna get used to it because I'm looking. But I'm only looking
It's
through my
like that.
window. Man. If it's like, man,
Is this in a location that I would know about, or is this in another location?
nah, you won't know about this one.
Oh, okay, all right. I
Bro,
just
I'm
can't look.
saying
I just counted out like 4 buildings just now. I was like,
I'm I'm gonna say like she got like the what's the chick from the Matrix? Yeah,
Jada
wait,
Pinkett.
the Italian chick.
no, you ain't.
Yeah,
Oh no,
like that.
oh no, because I was just telling somebody about her the other day. I was
Hey,
like,
and
man, if you ain't never seen the Matrix, you got to
but
see
this is
this
where
thing here.
she loses. I'm sorry, power in the situation.
IMDb.
She walks through our area to go to the gym and wearing gym stuff, tight. But she walks through our area. She don't have to. She can walk outside and around, but she walks
Oh
through. So you want us to see it?
Hey, Ma, you talking about Carrie Ann Moss?
No.
no, fool. The
Look,
type in, look, type this
reloaded.
in, look, type this in on your on your Google. Matrix bathroom kiss. Just those three
Yeah,
words. Just those
yeah,
3 words.
yeah. But yeah, she comes through our area quite often wearing damn near nothing with a big old ass. And we just like,
A big old booty.
big old booty. And so therefore, I'm like, before we were like, man, maybe,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, oh,
okay.
yeah, oh,
Correct. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty nice.
Now, now, real quick. Now, I'm gonna say this. Um, again, I feel like if all I can do is look, that's what I'm gonna do, right? But y'all got to think 2 and 3 seconds is a long time.
One
Like when
Mississippi,
you really
two
think about it,
Mississippi.
that's a long time. That's a long time.
Oh, I thought y'all was talking about my screen. My screen was, oh.
We can see the reflection of your phone off your glasses though, if it matters.
Looking like you got the
But
soul spirit bomb charging up.
but for me, it's like I'll turn my head. I'll turn my head sometimes if I'm by myself. If I'm with my wife, then I'm gonna have to chop that up as a loss. You know what I'm saying? You know, there were times before when I was younger and I was single, I'd be like, gotta say that for the spank bank.
Yeah.
But, you know, now not so much. But then there are other times where I'm just amazed at how pretty someone is, especially like, for example, I saw a girl at Kroger the other day. She was very pretty. She carried herself in a certain. You ever just seen somebody walk with good posture? She just,
Oh, here we go with this
no,
back shit.
no. I could, and here's the thing: I couldn't even see her shape because she had on like a trench coat. She had on like a long, like those khaki trench coat, like Inspector Gadget would have, or
Yeah, a
was it fog
raincoat.
coat? They
The
cool. She had
London
that on.
fog. Yeah.
Cool. So she had that on with like some knee high boots and a nice little skirt. So you maybe saw 2 fingers worth of a kneecap,
But
if that.
Yeah,
the knee
I get
high,
what you're
boy.
saying. But how she walked with an elongated neck. Her stride was complete.
Right. She was on the phone and it's like she lit up the room when she walked in. And I was like, who is this chick? Now, mind you, I go to Kroger like Tuesdays and
Or
Thursdays,
Kroger.
Mondays and Fridays, something like that. Yeah, is it Kroger or is it Kroger's?
I don't know because Nick always laughs at me when I say Sonics and there's no S on it. So I don't know what it is.
Nah, I don't say Sun. What do I? I do say Sonics.
Yeah, but it's just Sonic.
Oh well. But anyway, when this chick walked in Kroger, the room lit up. And she was on the phone. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, who is this chick? Just very pretty. Just it was an aura she had about herself. I don't know who this young lady is, but she's anointed.
And
You
it's
got
just
the
Kroger.
glow. Yeah,
No S on Kroger.
Is that how you say it?
No. It's Kroger's. Because I think we're speaking of it uh, in the format of that's what owns the groceries we're about to buy. Kroger's. We're going to Kroger's because
We finna make bro.
that's their store. That's their store. It's Kroger's store.
Yeah,
McDonald's.
we
Yeah, I'm going over to BT's house. I'm going to Kroger's grocery store. If you don't like it,
I get it.
you can.
I dig it. I dig it. Now, Brandon, you weren't on the podcast when we talked about Kevin Hart. Do you have any take on that situation? Any opinions on that you'd like to share?
Um, it's similar to James Gunn, who did the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. He got fired from the third one because they found an old tweet of his that,
Pedophile, right?
yeah, pedophile joke, and so he got fired off that. So it started creating this culture of old stuff. Like I heard the stuff you said about Kyle Murray and
Mm-hmm.
him being like, I think he was 15,
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, you're such a queer."
and it's like that that microscope can be put on anybody. That's why I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell you how much stupid stuff I've said, but never came from a point of malice of anything, but anything seen through the context of social media can be seen as malice. It's always seen as malice first. It's never seen as, well, maybe, let me look at anything else he said. Is he beating a drum on this situation, or is in this
Mm-hmm.
one situation, is he saying this? And so therefore you're judged pretty much as guilty first. So that's what it was with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart should have, even though he said he's apologized before, he didn't want to apologize again because he had already done it. I'm like, well, it depends on how bad he wanted the job. If he said it was his dream job to host the Academy Award, I don't see how one more time, even though I get not wanting to apologize again, but doing it just one more time just to get it out of the way. Because you can look at Kevin Hart and tell like how many opportunities he tries to create for everybody on his
Mm-hmm.
platform, and that that he's not coming from any place of malice. So uh, he may have one time felt some way about if his child grew up and be gay to be an issue, but that was what, 8 years ago when
Right.
dude was just first born. So
Yeah.
ask him how he feels about it now. if he still feels that way, then I mean that will be an issue for his brand. But I doubt he would openly say that he would hate if his son turned out to be gay. But nobody wants to do that. They want to be like, hey, this is what you said 8 years ago, so this is what you still are. You can't change. Nobody can change. So
Exactly.
My biggest thing is, for a comment like that, why not just say, well, why do you feel that way? Like let's have an open dialogue about, let's have parents of kids who came out the closet, who maybe committed suicide because maybe their parents weren't open about it. Or let's talk to other actors or comedians, who have come out again, kind of learn their story and kind of open his eyes to a situation. And sometimes people just say shit to make a joke. Like I've used a gay slur before numerous times to make a joke.
Homophobic. That's what you are.
Exactly. But I'm not a homophobe. I have gay friends.
That sounds just like I'm not racist. I have a black friend.
No, but in all seriousness though, I think all three of us can attest. We're pretty open minded. Like, we want you to be happy in your own skin, whatever that skin is.
As long as I ain't nobody else, I don't care what you do.
Right, and I've made anti-black jokes before.
Yeah,
that don't mean I'm
we
racist.
We all have.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we got to learn how to separate the difference between making a joke about a person and then making a joke about a group of people, because that's totally different. Ma?
Agreed. To society's reluctancy to accept that people can change. If people can't change, then Caitlyn Jenner is still a man.
Right. Exactly. The same group of people who want us to believe that you can change your gender or change your DNA makeup, don't believe that somebody can change from 8 years ago when they said something that maybe would have attacked that particular community.
Exactly.
And
because I don't 8 years ago,
it's not fair and balanced.
Caitlyn wasn't Caitlyn.
Correct.
Yeah. So,
and to be fair, 8 years ago, gay marriage wasn't illegal, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Hillary Clinton wasn't a proponent or she wasn't on the side of gay marriage as well. So America has really come a long way. They've made a lot of strides in the past 10, 15 years when it comes to homosexuality. Now, when Ellen Jenner first came out, there were signs outside of the studio where she had her show that said, and I quote, remember, I am quoting what the sign said, all fags burn in hell. And this was the mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
Now, she done had her show on daytime for like 20 years now.
Yeah,
and we love her. She comes out there dancing, chilling, having a good time. But are you going to hold somebody to that belief that long ago? Because I'm pretty sure there are people whose stances have changed. And there are going to be some people who still hate gays, still hate blacks, still hate Jews, whatever the case may be. But you got to give people the space to be able to change.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're going to be a proponent of a system being rigid to the point to where there's no growth, then that system is going to die, because you have to have wiggle room in order for anything to evolve or grow or change. If ain't no wiggle room, there's no need of you supporting it, because it's going to die.
Well, we're in a power shift. We're in a power shift era of every group is trying to go for something, but they're going about it on, we're going to step on anybody to get it. We're not trying to bring other people to the table to uplift. We want to win. So, you know, I hate to say the gay agenda, but it's like we don't want to be treated differently. But then if anybody makes, like, I love stand-up comedy. I heard y'all podcast last time. You can't really do a joke about a gay person. Like when Dave Chappelle came back and did his thing, it became an outcry when he did that gay joke. It was like, so are you part of the table or are you not? Because you can't say anything about anybody else, but if anybody says anything about you, it's a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Like where does your line of equality waver?
Right.
Because equality
if you're
means
a feminist,
everybody can get it.
Right.
Yeah, if you're a feminist, that means Bones Jones can come up to you and give you that work if you talking shit to him in the manner in which
Exactly,
he wouldn't
because
allow
that's
man to
equal.
talk to him.
Because that's equal.
Right.
That's right.
That's right.
Do you
Get
want
these
it or do you not?
hands.
Do you look? Do you love the idea of it or the act or it actually? Because if you really
Who
want
want
to
the
be
smoke?
equal, exactly. If you really want to be equal, you about to be a boss and butt. You gonna get all the smoke. All of it.
Oh man. MTV holler at us, man. We open. We free and available. Man, I think but to your point, Brandon, about with the Dave Chappelle thing when he was like what was it? Was it the prison tranny joke or something like that they got mad about?
It was a tranny joke.
And I think it wasn't even the fact that he said tranny, because apparently tranny is
It was the joke in general. It's the fact that he made a joke.
Is a derogatory term.
Because he said a
just
whole
like
lot
midget.
Yeah. I think
midget is a bad word now.
Tom Segura did a joke. What is it about? I think it's retarded. Like, you can't say retarded anymore. He was like, well, what am I supposed to say? You have one less chromosome? Then that's something to the effect how he did that joke. But I don't get how people can want to do stand-up comedy in the sense of the censorship is growing on what you can say, what you can't say, and then you're either you're going to be a radical comedian who's just, I'm just going to say what I want and then take all the heat that comes with it, or you'll be one who conforms and you really can't speak your mind, which is that's where the brilliant comedy comes into.
For me, when it comes to comedy and things of that nature, if you're there live and you hear something you don't agree with and it offends you that much, you don't have to go to Twitter and make an uproar. Just get up and leave. When Paul Mooney had his special and them white folks got up and left, cool. There was no outroar about it, but Twitter wasn't what it was then. But point being, they had an issue with it, so they got up and left. So if you have an issue with it, you're more than welcome to get up and leave. I think we need to stop responding to the outcry of people whose feelings were hurt and talk about the people that were there. Because if you're in a 200-seat room and a comedian makes a joke and that shit slapped for 200 people and don't nobody get up and have an issue with it, then you should judge those people just as harshly as you're judging the comedian for saying it, because they thought that shit was funny.
Right. No, but you should judge yourself because you went to a comedian who give it to everybody, and you thought you was gonna be excluded. No, we want to make sure you are included. This
perfect example.
Being joked on is inclusion. That is
South
the ultimate
Park,
inclusion.
Family Guy, everybody get the smoke.
Yeah, like
everybody get the smoke.
That's inclusion. But if you want to act the ass, then in the words of the great scholar Dr. Larry Joe Panel, get up and get the fuck out.
Yeah, people got to decide on how much a product means to them, in a sense of, if like going into most things with your money, how you feel about it. So if Chappelle is going to say a lot of stuff, you're paying for it, but you should be rid of anything. If you have a problem with Chappelle beforehand, don't go. Like, it's your money. Do what you want to do. Like, I got tired, even though it's not so much with it's not a offensive thing, even though it's offensive to my eyes. Like the Transformers movie, I would always go and give him my money, knowing I was going to hate it. So I said, I'm not doing the smart thing. I know it's going to be trash, so I stopped going. I haven't seen the last two at all. Yeah. And that I made a decision with my money, I'm not going to support this anymore.
Yeah.
It's a very easy thing. But people want to be a part of something to complain now. So,
dude, I was Andrew Schultz, Young Hezzy, was in Atlanta a couple of weeks ago, and I was looking up tickets just to kind of see, like, would I be interested, whatever. And so on Ticketmaster, there was some reviews that were left from some of his previous shows, and this shit was like, well, if you want to hear a misogynistic whatever opinion about things, then this would definitely be the comedian for you. Otherwise, you really shouldn't go and save your money. But I'm like, bit, you ain't look up what kind of comedian you dealing with.
Exactly.
Like
Right.
I know what to expect from Andrew Schultz. That's why I'm gonna go. I like dark humor. I like dark comedy. I want you to be that brilliant that you can take something as hurtful and painful as you can think of and make that shit funny.
Yeah.
I want you to find. I want you comedians is what was it? Was it Steve Harvey said comedians got that third eye? Let me see you open it. Louis C.K. tried to make a
Anthony Jeselnik on Netflix. If you have not seen his special, if you want to talk about some dark shit, Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah,
Okay, but check this out. But yeah, but it's like Louis C.K. tried to make, a joke about the Parkland survivors. He was like, so you survived the school being shot up, and now we're supposed to listen to you. All you did was just jump behind a fat guy. Okay, some people thought it was funny. Put it like this: people laughed. People did laugh now, but everybody else is supposed to feel offended about it. But I'm like, those people, if they had an issue, they could have got up and walked out.
People still get offended about 9/11 jokes, and there's some who laugh at them. It just depends on, like, I know if you were in New York when that was happening, then that being funny to you will probably never be funny, and I understand it. Like, but then there's some people who try to make funny about black people and police that some will laugh at, some won't. I'm in the it depends on the joke. I can laugh at it, and then if it's not as good, maybe I won't. It just depends. Everything's not cut and dry. And what Paul Mooney did, that one joke about was it the Holocaust? It was like the Jewish person who won like the lottery because he gave me the number. That was tough, boy. That was tough.
Look, as soon as you said Paul Mooney and the Holocaust, I was like, "Oh, I remember that one, bro."
Yeah, that was
I was like, but
it was funny, but it was tough.
But
and that's
his third eye was like this,
and that's what Anthony Jeselnik is. It's a whole show of that.
Oof.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. I just looked it up too, P.
Brandon, you might have ruined me with this one, baby.
But this is my thing. Like for comedy, why don't people treat comedy like they do, or for that matter, why aren't the other performing arts, whether it be music, comedy, anything, treated like acting? It's a medium for someone to express themselves. Like it's not meant to be a direct dig at those that it may include verbally.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna say this, Mal, just to play devil's advocate, but I do see the point that you're making, because I think actors get away with certain things because they're acting, just like rappers can kind of get away with certain things because Jay-Z has said some very homophobic things in the past. No, Nas has said some very homophobic things. Oh, it's on Ether, right?
Dick sucking lips.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And then he hit him with a maggot.
Yeah.
And when I say maggot, I don't mean maggot.
It rhymes
so I think they get a pass, but comedians, because it's like, no, you're not this wannabe kingpin drug dealer. No, you're not playing this Klansman in the movie. If you're a comedian, this is a joke that you actually thought of and you're delivering, because if you didn't believe in it, you wouldn't say it. You get what I'm saying? So like, a comedian is not a character of themselves.
But if that's the same case, then the actor who is reading this script, if they didn't support it in some shape, form, or fashion, they wouldn't convey. You get what I'm saying? I dig it. I'm just trying to like, let the other side get a little bit of credit.
Yeah.
Like I hear that wholeheartedly, but I would, based on a interview that I saw from Denzel, the reason that he doesn't do certain movies is because he can't get behind the message that it's conveying. Right. So
now, speaking of it,
I ain't giving no actors no scapegoat just because they playing a drug dealer and they don't know how to weigh goddamn sunflower seeds.
Joaquin Phoenix.
I hate his ass. I stand by that statement firm. They ravished her over and over. Oh, you dirty
Now,
motherfuckers.
who
You
do
dirty
you hate
bitches.
more? Do you hate Joaquin Phoenix more, or do you hate Ramsey Bolton? Well, sorry, Ramsey Snow. You'll always be a bastard in my eyes, you son of a bitch.
Joaquin Phoenix for 100, Alex.
Gotcha. Now, let me ask you this. Brandon, you're kind of the movie buff of the group, right?
Kinda.
So how do you feel about these women in Hollywood who said, hey, Harvey Weinstein propositioned me. I did suck his dick a little, and I did get this role, and that role did jumpstart my career, and now I have all this money, and I've been able to adopt children from Africa because of a small dick suck. Do you feel like those women should now be able to come out and say what he did was wrong? Or do you feel like if women want to suck a little dick to get ahead in Hollywood, or if Terry Crews want to give up their boy butt to get ahead in Hollywood, they should be able to do it? Where do you stand on it?
Terry Crews too big to have boy butt, but go ahead.
I mean,
that pussy.
To start it off, there's the difference between rape and a proposition. And a proposition is an offer, right?
Yeah.
So
indecent proposal.
You are offered to do this to get this. So therefore, I don't want to hear nothing about it. Like the ones who he cornered in the office or whatever and was trying to rape them, and then he probably threw them some kind of role after the fact. They are the ones who need to be able to speak their mind on something being taken from them, and then a makeup attempt. Not know, hey, I will give you this role in Silence of the Lambs, but you gotta suck my balls blue. So I don't adhere to, you can feel some type of way, but there's a whole bunch of women who didn't take those proposals, who didn't get those opportunities, that didn't have a career. So I feel bad for those women who probably had talent, who couldn't get ahead because they didn't
give head.
Right.
Hey, what did you say? What did you say? Hey, what's the Indian dude that
Aziz Ansari?
Yeah, what did you say he told old girl when they walked into the room? Is we fucking? What did he say?
It was,
I put it at the beginning of a podcast last time, but it was that shit had me. Woo, that shit had me rolling.
I don't know. He said something bad though.
Oh man,
I want to be in you or some shit.
Yeah. So, but nah, I think it is unfair that some of these women were able to give a little head and get ahead, but I also think that those women shouldn't be able to just come out all of a sudden to be like, oh, well, he took this from me, he took advantage of me, because I don't see how that could be the case when, like I said, your career jump started from that. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was that much of an issue.
That's not a victim because it was a choice. Now, if it's a situation played out like you remember Girl with Dragon Tattoo, the US version, when he made an offer to her, but as soon as she got close, I think he tased her or some shit, and she passed out. Once again, that's being taken advantage of. If I give you an opportunity to become a star, but you gotta have sex with me, and you take it, I don't want to hear no shit later on talking about something.
Yeah,
but
I get that. I get that because at that point you put your I don't want to say sanctity, but your purity on the line for your career. You know what I'm saying? Like you threw that shit to the wind. Don't come back 15, 20 years later talking about something. So what had happened was he asked me if I would do this so I could be in the leading role and win this Academy Award. But what happened was I had to lick the head.
What about that one chick who was a couple years ago who sold her virginity for like $1 million? Am I feeling bad for the man who paid for it?
No.
He made a choice to pay it.
Hello?
And she made a choice to sell it. And that's what it comes down to. When you make that choice to give away something and then later come back talking about
get something in return.
Later talking about this happened to me. No. You happen to you.
Right.
Right. This is what I let happen to me, and I now regret it.
Yeah, and that,
Yeah.
and if
Just
you and
like
if they say that, then I'm like, okay, I get that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we do shit that when we think back on it, if we were in uh, a clearer state of mind, and I do that with big ass air quotes, clear state of mind that we would have possibly done it differently. But you have to consider those things. You can't put your body on the line for a career that might fall flat the next movie. You know what I'm saying? You have to really consider what is your career worth? Is it worth you giving up your body to someone that you care nothing for in order for you to possibly get, some more roles? Like you would you would you sell would you sell that butt to possibly win the lotto? I'm gonna give
What
you this
kind of
butt so
not
you can buy me a
possibly.
lotto ticket.
all right, well, what kind of money are we talking about?
You mean it?
$1
No.
billion. Dollars.
But what are the odds though?
I
You
need
have
I,
the
I
same odds as
Same
everybody else
odds.
to win.
Same
oh
odds.
no,
Because that's what it is.
No,
It's the
I think
same
I'll
odds.
just buy my own fucking ticket.
And that's what I'm saying. It's the same odds. With
yeah.
acting, it don't matter who the director, what movie it is. If you suck, you suck.
What? Well, in acting, yeah, I was gonna say
How his lip
in
hang?
music.
Well, you suck. You suck.
Well, there's a lot of musicians walking around here that Nina Hartley, or Belladonna, but they still out there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But those have expiration dates. Like it's a difference. It's
But
a difference when you have talent and when you don't. When you don't have talent, soon as you start bubbling, guess what? You got an expiration date. It's like somebody turned the stove on fire, the water started boiling, then they cut that bitch off. It's gonna get cold soon.
I like that.
now with Louis C.K.'s situation, he was just like, "Hey, can I jack off in front of you?"
Yes or
And
no?
you have the option to say yes or no. You
I
may
think I
say
think
that's
he
an
was
insensitive proposition,
I think he was doing that around
but
people he knew. I don't. But then there wasn't there like times he would just. I don't know if he was a flasher, but he would put his dick out in front. Like I think he did it in front of people he did know. Either one, it was still fucked up if they weren't expecting to see his dick.
Yeah, but you still got eyelids, so you don't gotta look. That's what I'm saying. Did he have him in one of them torture chairs where you keep your eyes open? Because if
but
somebody pull their
Jamal,
dick out, look, P, you pull your dick out, guess what? I'm turning my head.
That's true.
yeah, but you turn your head and I take 2 steps closer to you. Next thing you know, my dick is on your earlobe.
And then you're gonna get
Then
punched in the
what?
nuts.
Wait, why am I sitting down? why am I sitting down? And why are you so close?
Because I'm in a position of power, Ma.
Shit,
I
I'm
would
trying
be
to
in a
figure out
position
it.
of power in this situation.
That shit escalated quickly. It was like you across the room, I turn my head. They say, your flaccid penis is on my face.
I can't wait for us to blow
I
up.
put my
And then
nutsack on your drum set.
I can't wait for us to blow up. And like 10 years from now, this is used to bring us down.
Yeah, I thought about that earlier when I made that gesture. I was like, oh, this is gonna come back to haunt me.
This is gonna come back. This is oh man. Hey, 10 years from now, me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. We
I
love you.
can't change
We
because
love you.
I'm locked into who I am for the rest of my life.
Don't worry, man. All you got to do is not do it in the U.S. You can do these kind of jokes everywhere else because they're not as sensitive. You know why? Because they're actually mature. The U.S. is a teenager. We are getting bullied right now.
But we literally are, though, when you think about it, as far as the country is concerned. We're a young country in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, like we think
Now,
we think we know everything, but yet we got the real fucked up.
how do y'all feel about prostitution?
About what?
How do you feel about prostitution?
I think it should be legal.
Okay, so this is my thing. If prostitution was, it's gonna sound terrible. Prostitution was in the Bible, so it ain't new. So why all of a sudden now we're trying to do away with it?
But if I'm not mistaken, it was still frowned upon in the Bible.
Yeah, and it still can be frowned upon and be legal. Alcohol.
Okay. No, I'm just making sure your point wasn't that it was legal in the Bible. So why is it illegal now? Okay, I got you.
No, but like Mothers Against Drunk Driving, guess what? They frown upon drinking and driving. Guess what? Drinking ain't drinking is still going on.
And guess what, Ma? They can stay mad.
Do-do. Yeah, but that's my thing. Like,
I gotta work on my delivery, man. If I can just get it out, boy, these jokes gonna slap, boy.
like my thing, you know, having lived in Europe for 6 years now, I think, now mind you, I have no empirical data to support this, but I think
no fact.
It helps to lessen the chances of people being raped, molested, because they can get their kinks out.
Mm-hmm.
They have an outlet to get their kinks out, and I mean that literally and figuratively.
Yeah,
just like the guys that are going around shooting up people. A lot of those guys are, you know, they don't have a girlfriend. They go around, kill everybody, and kill themselves. And they, you know, they talk about it in the suicide note where it's like, well, nobody love me or whatever. You can be like the Unsullied, you know what I'm saying, in Game of Thrones season 5, when they paid for the prostitute just to lay down and hold them because they didn't have any balls to have sex, well, a penis to have sex with them. So he just wanted to be held and caressed. So maybe which there are people out there who sell their bodies to cuddle with somebody. They literally cuddle with somebody. Yeah. But now go ahead.
To the statement about the shooters, one of my coworkers had an amazing idea. He was like, for all those folks that want to shoot people up, what we do is we put them on a C-17, drop their ass off in Afghanistan, and say, go to work, have your fun, do your worst. Give them all the bullets, all the guns they want, and just ga.
So they're not in the sense of wanting to kill, just killing anybody. They want to kill innocent people because they want to shoot anybody that shoot back.
Right.
That ain't funny, though. They want to go somewhere where they can do some damage.
Well, for all we know, you know what I'm saying, not to bash America, but there's probably a good bit of people that are innocent that are being killed in Afghanistan.
I'm saying for the ones who's going
there are
shooting rampages. They're not like, hey, let me go somewhere and with some action. Because then there's plenty of places in cities like go Chicago if you want to, you know,
Southside.
But they don't. They go into an area where they know ain't nobody gonna be able to shoot back at them, and they just want to go in and kill. They don't want to go in and fight.
Except for in Texas when the guy shot up the church, and then there was a guy that was able to shoot. But then you got a situation like in Alabama where there's a shooting in the mall, and a black military, a member of the military, shot a good guy with a gun. You know, ended up being shot by the police because they saw him with a gun and just started hauling off on him, which we don't have any more details on that as of right now. But
that just happened?
Like a month or so.
It was Black Friday, I think. It happened Black Friday.
I'm so glad I'm off the grid right now. I'd be one.
You know, I want to be there, but I'm like, man, there are certain things that I'm learning.
It's
you know what I'm saying? Like put it like this, even though I'm in the grid, I've decided what lanes I want to stay in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I've tried to pull back a lot from you know what I'm saying, the thought itch on IG and whatnot. And that makes life a little bit easier. But real quick, but on prostitution, my last point on prostitution, I do think it should be legal. But also, if you're ever in a situation where you're going to buy a streetwalker, just have a camera out and say, no, I was not prostituting. I was not paying for sex. We're simply shooting a porno shoot, and I'm going to pay her for her services rendered, and then it will be considered legal.
Is that in all 50? Is that illegal in all 50 states?
Oh, I'm sorry. Allegedly, you should be able to get off. Think about it. How is porn not legal prostitution? I pay you to have sex with me. There's a camera. I record it. I put it on the interweb, or I sell it on a DVD. Which who buys DVDs anymore?
Cats, you still buy them.
Yeah, that's a lot of work, bro.
It is.
That's a lot of work. Are they using Siri to fast forward and rewind? Because you know you might be a little busy.
Bruh, I don't remember last time
who use a two-hand method where they can't use the other hand to fast forward?
Who wanna be trying to fast forward? Come on.
No comment.
I mean, these
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
on the situations we've heard of. I've never watched a porn in my life, so these are things I've heard of.
Well, in pornography, people have sex in front of a camera,
Oh man,
and most of the time, people are
that's
getting
wild.
paid to do that.
That's very explicit.
Y'all should watch The Deuce on HBO. By the way, it's a pretty cool
Don't
show.
too late, P.
Watch the
So, The Deuce with
you
Jake
talking about
Gyllenhaal's sister.
yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
It-
By
yeah,
the way,
Maggie
Maggie.
by the
Gyllenhaal.
way, in my opinion, she has terrible breasts. But hey,
Hey,
No,
secretary,
and no,
she
Jamal.
can get it though.
Oh, all of it. Jamal, she doesn't have terrible breasts, Jamal. She has her natural breast, and you should respect her and love her for that. Correct?
when I say terrible, I mean for me. That doesn't mean that they're not beautiful. They're beautiful and terrible. Because two things can be true at once.
Correct. Now, speaking of that, they just don't have the golden ratio for you. They don't fit your liking. Because I talked about the golden ratio at work a while back.
Okay, I'm gonna take y'all back to Hubbard real quick.
Yeah, you take us back.
Oh God,
you remember them bag milks?
Where they had the bubble at the top.
Them bag milks. That's what they reminded me of the first time I saw them. I was like, oh shit, that's fourth grade all over again. This them bag milks after you done drunk half of them.
That's terrible.
But like I tell people when they be like, oh man, she got an ugly nose or her face ain't pretty. You ain't fucking her nose. You ain't fucking her face. Well, oh shit. Oh man.
I needed this.
In closing, we still haven't got a Game of Thrones trailer yet. Oh, sorry. And now your Game of Thrones minute. We still haven't got a trailer for Game of Thrones yet. However, your boy BT, your boy Philip the Jr., 2-time defending champions, Game of Thrones trivia, the Growler USA, Kathleen, Georgia. How'd you feel about the victory, Brandon?
I don't know why you include me on it. That shit had nothing to do with me.
Brandon, you gave us 5 points.
Because I ordered a burger. So, I mean, yes, I contributed some points to help for the tie to which you went to go win the whole thing in overtime. But as far as questions, I did not know any of them. So I was watching the Ohio State game, and I would check in with you here and there. You won that. You are a 2-time. I think maybe the first time you won, we had a group, and there were people who helped. But
Mariah.
Yeah. And so the second time was all you. So congratulations on your victory.
Dude, that first time was a utter blowout. Like, we literally won by like 85 points.
Yeah.
But the other night, but even the dude, that tied with us, I think we still beat everybody else by like 25 points. So
it was closer.
Yeah, it was closer. Maul, are you anticipating the trailer for season 7?
I would appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it. That trailer and Star Wars, but I have a feeling I don't get neither one of them when I want it. So,
well, you should get Star Wars pretty soon because it comes out in December, so it's gonna be. You have to watch.
Yeah, man. It was. Well,
shit. Game of Thrones come out in April. So, March, end of March, early April. So, shouldn't we be getting that soon too?
Yeah.
Or they gonna hit us with it? We gonna wait the month before.
Well, see, Marvel knows how to do their business because they already gave me an Avengers Endgame trailer for April 26th when it comes out. So, yes.
Oh, going to get them tickets like we did last time. I'll meet you down there when I get off. I get off early.
Yeah.
But yeah, BT, say something to the people before we close it out.
It was nice to be back with you all. I know it's been a while, but I've heard a few people come to me and say, "Hey, why haven't you been on a podcast?" And to those people, I say, "Fuck off." But it's cool to see y'all. It was a great one. I think this was probably a 50% porn talk. So yeah, we're gonna have a great day today. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope everybody has a great day today.
Jamal, Lemar.
On behalf of the
Black.
Negro Academy, I would like to thank all my fans out there for all the support throughout the years. This goes out to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Gotcha. And lastly, bringing up the rear. No pun. Well, I did bring up a rear. Just remember that words are basically grunts that we all decided mean something. Okay. Words mean nothing. It's all about actions. AKA talk is cheap. You can talk all day.
Talk
all you
is
want.
cheap.
It sure is. Talk is the Dollar Tree of getting things done. You need to be more like Audemars Piguet or Rolex. You go to the website, they don't have a price on it. Okay? It's all about action, guys. I love you all as usual. Thank you for subscribing. If you watch the live stream, thank you so much. This is a new addition that we're bringing to the podcast. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, put your little notification bell so you can see when we have videos that are being posted. If you're on iTunes or SoundCloud, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And
subscribe.
Yes, we can see you, Mom.
Subscribe.
As Charlamagne would say, subscribe.
All right, before you get out, sorry, just because you said Charlamagne, you saw who was it? Webby, when he did the read.
Shit, little man, nigga. Oh, don't worry about it. Hold on. Y'all talk about something real quick. Y'all talk about something.
Nah,
you can look it up.
Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, I'm about to find it.
It's pretty fucking bad. He was doing the audio calls they do. Like when Floyd Mayweather said he couldn't read.
Yeah.
Webby did the same thing, and he butchered the shit out of his notes. Oh God, it was so awful. Yeah, and I can't wait for Philip the Jr. to find that to play for this closeout, because if we're gonna close out on something, that's the way to close out.
Charlamagne the God, you already know what it is. Thank you. DJ Envy, Angela Gee, and Saleh, my God. Let me read that for you. God damn, girl. Y'all got some names on that. What up? You already know who it is. I'm Young Savage, Sweet John Jr. Doing what I do, and I'm doing it. With my girl, DJ Envy, Angela Yee. Damn. Hold on. DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne McGay. Man,
Charlamagne McGay.
Charlamagne, DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne the God. DJ Lee, DJ Envy, Angela Lee, and Charlamagne McGay. What up? You already know who it is. It's me, Webby the Crib Fam, Young Savage, Sweet Jones, and you rocking with DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne. I don't know.
Maul, give him a chill.
Oh shit! Oh my God! I'm sorry. I'm over here laughing. I didn't even end the podcast, but thank y'all for listening. I hope y'all got a laugh. And officially, Maul, hit him with a chill so we can close it out.
Chill.